In last lecture we have studied the methods, in that the get, head, put, post, trace, delete, connect options. These are the different methods we have studied. After that, in request header names we have studied. In header there is a user agent, accept charter sheet, accept encoding is there, accept language is there, authorization, host, date, upgrade, cookie, if modified since. Okay. Now the next is the response header name. In that we have studied the date, upgrade, server, set cookie, content encoding, content language, content length, content type, location, accept ranges, and last modified it. These are we have covered with description. Now we are going to see the examples for them. First, we will going to see the example to retrieve a document. Okay, we use the get method to retrieve an image, right? Get with the path usr bin image1. See here, the get is under the method, okay, which is used to retrieve a document. We are going to study the example for that. The request line shows the method get, the URL and HTTP version 1.1. The header has two lines that shows that the client can accept image in the GIF or JPEG format. The request does not have a body. The response message contains the status line and 4 lines of header. The header line defines the date, server, content, encoding, and length of the document. Okay, the body of the document follow the header. Clear? See the diagram. Here is the one line is there, get, which shows the path, right? After that, second line shows the HTTP, as I said earlier, right? Image is in the format of GIF or JPG. Clear? This all about the request from the client to server. Then for that, server gives the response, right? Next example for put. In this example, the client wants to send a web page to the posted on the server. We use the put method. The request line shows the method PUT, URL, and HTTP version. There are 4 lines of header. The request body contains the web page to the posted. The response message contains the status line and 4 line of header. The created document, which is a CGI document, is included as the body. See the figure 26.7. See here, put line is there, path is there, right? Accept image forms, 2 forms are present, GIF and JPEG is there. Client and server, between that put is there. See, the next is the example for 26.7. The following shows how the client imposes the modification data and time condition on a request. Okay, here get http://www.commonserver.com information file1 HTTP is there. Request line is, first line is a request line, second one is header line, and third one is a blank line. In HTTP there is if modified since Thursday September 4 is the date time format and day is there. The status line in the response shows the file was not modified after the defined point in time. The body of the response message is also empty. Here see the format. First line is status line http slash 1.1 3.0 not modified is the status line. Then here is the dates. Header line is there. Date, time in there. Second header line there is a server, common server.com is there. Fourth line is blank line and fifth line is empty body is there. Clear, observe carefully. Here is the example. The figure shows the scenario in which an electronic store can benefit from the use of cookies. Assume a shopper wants to buy a toy from an electronic store named Best Toy is there. The shopper browser, that is client, send a request to the Best Toy server, right? The server creates an empty shopping cart, a list for the client, and assign an ID to the cart. For example, 12343, right? The server sends a response message which contains the image of all toy available, right? With a link under each toy that select the toy if it is being clicked. This response message also includes the set cookie header line whose value is 12343. The client display the image and store the cookie value in a file named Best Toys. See the diagram, what exactly happened. Request and response, between that what exactly happened. Get request the best toy, right? Then it sent the best toy ID is there. You have a choice to select the different toys which are the best. Observe it carefully and understand what I am saying. Next is example for web caching. Proxy servers are there. A proxy server is a computer web caching is there. The proxy servers, a proxy server is a computer that keeps copies of responses to recent requests. Okay. Figure 26.9 shows an example of a use of a proxy server in a local networks, such as the network on a campuses or in a company. The proxy server is installed in the local network. When an HTTP request is created by any of the client browsers, the request is first directed to the proxy server. If the proxy server already has the corresponding web page, it sends the response to the client. Otherwise, the proxy server acts as a client and sends the request to the web server in the internet. When the response is returned, the proxy server makes a copy and store it in its cache before sending it to the requesting client. Okay, see here diagram, different clients are there. Proxy server, using that the local network, wide area network is connected to the network. Web servers are there, different web servers are there. Observe it carefully and read that what I am saying here. Next is FTP. FTP is a file transfer protocol. Is the standard protocol provided by the TCP/IP for copying a file from one host to another, although transferring files from one system to another. Seems simple and straightforward, some problems must be dealt with first. Here is the diagram for FTP, file transfer protocol. Observe it carefully, then we will discuss the FTP model. Okay. Within 2 minutes you have to understand what the diagram includes. What diagram includes? There is a local life system is there. There is first is for client. In client there is a user interface, control process and data transfer process is there. Data transfer process transfers the data from local file system to the data transfer process of server and remote system file is there, right? And control process is also there in server and client, which control the process between the client and server. Control connection and data connections are the two connections present in FTP. In server there is a control process and data process itself. Clear? The basic model of FTP is shown in figure. The client has three components: the user interface, the client control process and the client data transfer process. Here the server has two components: the server control process and server data process. The control connection is made between the control processes. The data connection is made between the data transfer processes. Clear? Two connections are there. The two connections in FTP have different lifetime. The control connection remains connected during the entire interactive FTP section, and the data connection is opened and then closed for each file transfer activity. It opens each time commands that involve transferring file are used, and it is closed when the file is transferred. Okay. Next is the control connection. For control communication, FTP uses the same approach as Telnet, which is discussed later. Okay. It uses the NVT-ASCII character set as used by the Telnet. Communication is achieved through commands and responses. In commands are sent from the client to the server, and responses are sent from the server to client. This simple method is adequate for the control connection because we send one command or response at a time. Each line is termed with two characters. Courage return and line feed is there. One end of line taken. Here some FTP commands are there. Commands which are sent from the FTP client control process are in the form of ASCII uppercase, okay, which may or may not be followed by an argument. Different commands are there, their argument is there, and their description also present. Clear? First command is abort, okay. Abort is previous command, okay. CDUP, which is changed to the parents dictionary, okay. CWD, dictionary name is there, then change to another dictionary, okay. DELE, file name is there, delete a file. LIST, dictionary name, list subdirectionaries or files. Next command is MKD, dictionary name, create a new dictionary, okay. Pass is the user password, which is the password, right. PASV, server choose a port, then port identifier is there, client chosen a port. PWD, display the name of current dictionary. Then QUIT, log out of the system. Then RETR, name file is there, which retrieves the file are transferred from server to client, okay. And RMD, dictionary name, delete the dictionary. RNFR, file name old is there, identify the file to be renamed, okay. Then RNTO, file name new is there, rename the file. STOR for file name, stores the file S are transferred from client to server. STRU, FR or P defines the data organization, F for file, R for record and P for page. Clear? Next is command is type. AEI, default file type, A for ASCII, E for EBCDIC and I for image. Next command is user ID is there, user information is there. Then mode SBC defines the transmission mode, S for stream, B for block and C for compress. This is all about the commands of FTP. This table have some response in FTP. Please go through it. Every FTP command generates at least one response. A response has two parts: three-digit number allowed by the text. The numeric part defines the code. The text part defines the needed parameters or further explanations are there. Okay, for code 125, data connections open. For 150, file status okay. For code 200, command is okay. For 220, service is ready. 221, service closing is there. For 225, data connections open. 226, closing data connections. Okay. 230, user login okay. 250, code is used to request the action okay. Then 331, username okay, password is needed. 425 is there, cannot open data connections okay. Then 450, file action not taken, file not available is there. For 452, action aborted, insufficient storage. For 500, syntax error, unrecognized command. 501, syntax error in parameters or argument. For 530, code 530 is for user not login. Okay, these are the some codes which are used by the servers and clients. Okay, next topic is data connection. In that, the data connection uses the well-known port 20 at the server. Clear? However, the creation of the data connection is different from the control connection. Following shows the steps. First step is the client not the server issues a passive open using an ephemeral port. Okay. The client not server issues the passive open using the informal port is the first step. Second is using the port command. The client sends this port number to the server. Third is the server receives the port number and issues an action open using the well-known port 20. Okay, and the retrieve received ephemeral port number. Clear? Here the figure shows the one file to be transferred. The control connection remains open all the time, but the data connection is open and closed repeatedly. Okay. We assume the file is transferred in 6 sections. After all records have been transferred, the server control process announces that the file transfer is done. Since the client control process has no file to retrieve, okay, It issues the quit command which causes the service connection to be closed. See here, observe the diagram carefully. Security for FTP. The FTP protocol was designed when security was not big issue. Although FTP requires a password, the password is sent in plain text. Okay, unencrypted password is there, which means it can be intercepted and uses by an attacker. Okay, the data transfer connection also transfers data in the plain text, which is insecure. To be secure, one can added a secure socket layer between the FTP application layer and the TCP layer. In this case, FTP is called SSL FTP. We also explore some secured file transfer applications when we discuss SSH later in the chapter. Okay, here is the electronic mail is there or email is there. Electronic mail or email allows the users to exchange the messages, right? A nature of this application is different from other applications discussed so far. This means that the idea of client server programming should be implemented in another way using some intermediate computers, right? Servers. We are going to use the emails in our today's life. We exchange the files together, right? If project file is there and my colleague wants that, then I will email the file, right? It's very easier way to transfer the file, right, in internet. Architecture. To explain the architecture of email, we give a common scenario as shown in figure 26.12. Another possibility is the case in which LIS or BOB is directly connected to the corresponding mail server, in which LAN or WAN connections is not required. Okay, but this variation in the scenario does not affect our discussion. Here is the diagram for the architecture of the email. Okay, 26.12. Common scenario is there. The sender and the receiver slice and BOB are connected to mail servers. Clear? Alias LAN or WAN is there. BOB LAN or WAN is there. Okay, for networking. The administrator has created one mailbox for each user. A mailbox is part of the answer server hard drive. A special file with the permission restrictions Only the owner of the mailbox has access to it. Clear? When Alice needs to send a message to Bob, she runs a user agent UA program to prepare the message, okay, and send it to her mail server. The mail server at her site uses a queue spool to store messages waiting to be sent. The message need to be sent through the internet from a slice site to Bob's site using a message transfer agent. Okay. Here two message transfer agents are needed, one client and one server. The server needs to run all the time because it does not know when a client will ask for the connection. The client and on the other hand can be triggered by the system when there is a message in a queue to be sent. See here UA for user agent, MTA means message transfer agent. MAA means message access agent. There is a Bob and Alice. Both are different. Okay, they want to exchange the mail. The user agent at the Bob site allows the Bob to read the receive message. The Bob later uses a message access agent client to retrieve the message, okay, from a message access agent server, which is running on the second server. Observe this diagram and try to understand what exactly happened. Recall what I was saying about that, you will get the idea. Here is the postal mail and electronic mail is there. See here, format of email. There is a postal mail and electronic mail. Email address local part @domain name is the format. Okay. In mailbox, address of receipt and mail server. In the internet, the address contains of two parts, local part and domain part. In local part defines the name of the special file called the user's mailbox, where all the mail received for the user is stored for retrieval by the message access agent. Okay. And in domain name, an organization usually select one or more hosts to receive and send email. Right? They are sometimes called the mail server or exchanger. Protocol used in electronic mail is this. See the diagram, Alice email sender, client is there, then mail server, internet mail server and bobs are there. SMTP protocol and POP or IAMS protocol is there. For MTA, the message needs to be pushed from the client to the server, need a push protocol. Simple mail transfer protocol is used. Okay. For MAA, the client must pull message from the server, need a pull protocol POP and IMAP. Clear? Here is the SMTP commands. The command is for the MTA client to MTA server. These commands are used. First keyword for the command is hello. Argument is for hello is sender's host name and identifies itself. Description is for that. First column for keyword, second one is for argument and third one is for the description. Okay. Like that, second is mail form. Sender is the message, right? Identifies the sender of the message. REPT, intend the receipt, identifies the receipt of the message. Clear? Next is data, body of the mail, send the actual message. Next is quit, terminates the message, right? Receipt is there, about the current mail transaction. VRFY, name of receipt, verifies the address of the receipt. NOOP is for check the status of the receipt. Then turn, switches the sender of the receipt. EXPN, mailing list, ask the receipt to expand the mailing list. Okay. Help is there, command name, ask the receipt to send the information about the command sent as an argument. Next is send from, intended receipt, specifies that the mail be delivered only to the terminal of the receipt and not to the mailbox. Okay. Next is SMOL form, intended receipt, specifies that the mail to be delivered to the terminal or the mailbox of the receipt. Okay. SMAL form, intended receipt, specifies that the mail to be delivered to the terminal and the mailbox of the receipt. Please clear. This is all the commands in the MTA client and MTA server. This is all about today's lecture. We will start with the next topic tomorrow in next lecture. Okay, in that lecture we will cover the point SMTP responses. Okay, continue. Thank you for today's lecture. In this lecture we have covered the following topics: security for FTP, security for FTP, data connections, right? Electronic mail, their architectures, right? Format, email address, protocols used in SMPT commands and all. We will stop here today.